why Facebook ads, right? So Brendon Burchard says if you're not spending at least $1,000 a day on Facebook ads, you haven't entered the modern era of marketing. So this is Brendon Burchard, which many of you may know. He's a very well-known author and motivational speaker, and he managed to get $50 million in sales from Facebook and 50 million views, okay? So, you know, a lot of the well-known people are also shifting towards using Facebook ads. If you heard of guys like Frank Kern, which is a famous internet marketer, Ryan Deiss, T. Harv Eker, John Maxwell, Perry Belcher, all these guys are moving towards Facebook ads. Incidentally, I'm also currently being mentored by the guy that runs a lot of like Frank Kern's advertisement, Facebook ads. He's actually mentoring me at the moment. So yeah, I get to learn a lot of the cutting edge stuff that's out there in the marketplace. Okay, so some of the reasons why you want to use Facebook for advertising. Well, first of all, there's 1.6 billion people on Facebook, all right? And in Malaysia, we have about 18 million people on Facebook. And Malaysians spend about, 3 hours a day on average on Facebook and Instagram platforms. So we're talking a lot of exposure there. I mean, these guys actually spend more time on Facebook and Instagram as compared to, say, TV, right? So it's a huge attention platform. All right, and the other thing about Facebook ads, which I like, is that it's got very powerful targeting options, and its algorithm is very powerful because once they know what type of people convert best with your ad, they actually identify other people who have similar characteristics and show your ad to them so that you actually get really good, what you call that, responses with your advertisements, okay? And the ad platform, as I mentioned, keeps improving all the time. And for Malaysia right now, it's relatively cheap per click cost at the moment. It's not just cheap, but also, as I mentioned, if you saw my video, is that if you just use Google AdWords, right, you're only reaching like a small segment of the population. Why do I say that? Because Google AdWords is more like of a passive, and SEO as well, it's more of a passive type of marketing, right? People need to be aware of what problem they have, and they need to go out and find a solution for that problem that they may have, right? And that's where they go into Google AdWords and type that stuff. Now, you know, the good thing about that is that people who search on Google AdWords are actually very problem aware. They are aware of the problem and they're seeking a solution. So they kind of move further down the customer journey, so to say. But the downside is that you're missing out on probably 97% of the population there who actually have a problem but are not aware of it. Like, for example, right, 97% of the population might have a problem with the spine or posture, but they're not aware of it. Only the 3% that have severe back problems and neck pains will be actively searching on Google for some solution to the neck pain and the back pain. The other 97% that have problems and kinks in the spine and all that kind of stuff, they're not actively searching on Google, right? They could be hanging out on Facebook. So if you create an ad that says, hey, did you realize you might have a problem with your spine? Do you have these symptoms? Then they're like, oh, okay, I actually have this symptom where I get, you know, migraines occasionally, and I have this symptom where, you know, when I get up in the morning, I feel a bit of pain on my lower back, right? So those are things that you start building awareness to your prospects, right? And that's the 97% that we're talking about on Facebook. They are not aware of the problem, even though they have a problem, okay?